Many Nigerians in the diaspora and those at home have been calling and asking questions on what it means to have a National Diaspora Investment Trust Fund. Well, the Chairman CEO of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dabiri Arewa, will provide the answers. Details soon. The Japanese ambassador to Nigeria has commended the ethical behavior of Nigerians living in that country. And in the same vein, the British Deputy High Commissioner to Nigeria has extolled the invaluable contributions of Nigerians in the UK, and more to come as a Nigerian diaspora icon in China gives back to his community, and not forgetting our diasporan of the moment. This is your favorite show, The Diaspora, and I am your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. Please stay. The Chairman CEO of NIDCOM, Honorable Abike Dabiri Arewa, in an exclusive interview with Gabriel Odu, sheds more light on the presidential endorsement of the National Diaspora Investment Trust Fund as well as the Diaspora Intervention Fund. Please watch.
Well, the idea of the trust fund is to have a structured way for Nigerians in the diaspora that want to invest in Nigeria. And with the establishment of NIDCOM, we are trying to make that happen because it's always what they've wanted. I mean, imagine somebody just sending $1,000, $2,000 home without even knowing what happens to it. So they've always wanted this. And now, with the president's directive, it's going to happen. Already we've set up a team of Nigerians in the diaspora who have worked very hard to put together what the structure should look like, and the trust fund we're looking at will be private sector driven with government supervision, and it's going to be driven by the diaspora themselves, and they will decide where they want to put their money. So if you pull resources together, you say, okay, we want to put it in this particular infrastructure here and there, is their decision. So it's going to be, I mean, it's not charity, it's an investment, and they will get good returns on their investment. So it's government would also have some counterpart funding. That is the plan. But the key thing is that it's going to be private sector driven, but of course with supervision by government. So we look forward to that. We're working very hard with some members of the diaspora community to make this really happen. So we're working very soon, and the structure will be out, and really it's something very positive and very exciting for Nigerian diaspora and for Nigeria itself. I mean, we keep saying we are the best all over the world, and this is about time to stop paying lip service to all that. And I want to thank the president for his tremendous support and this directive, and I'm sure it's something that will change a lot of things positively. This is really about trust, about confidence between the government and its diaspora. You see, we can't ignore our diaspora. That is the reality. And look at the enormous resources, enormous talents that they have. This is the time to put all that together. Nigeria needs its diaspora, and the diaspora also needs Nigeria. So it's a symbiotic relationship. Like I said, a lot of them have been looking for this platform. Now, President Muhammadu Buhari's administration will provide that platform. And it's going to be a win-win relationship, it's a symbiotic relationship between Nigeria and its diaspora. So it's something we all look forward to. It's not left for NIDCOM to ensure that we put up a structure that will work, a structure that will be functional, a structure that will be acceptable to everyone, including, of course, the diaspora. And already we've had the diaspora work on this structure. We've had them give us, various ways that we're going to make it happen. And the next thing is just to cross the T's and dot the I's, since Mr. President has given his directive. So it is a trust fund that will change a lot of things positively for Nigeria and its diaspora. I mean, we'll talk about remittances, $26 billion, $23 billion. Remittances go into day-to-day run. It helps the economy. It helps people, they send their children, families to school, pay Medicare, take care of, things back home. But this is an investment trust fund that will generate revenue even for them, but also invest in their own country. We keep talking about foreign direct investment. Now we're talking about diaspora direct investment. And the key thing about what we're planning is they will decide what they want to do. They will decide where they want to put their money. So even if it's $1,000 you put in the fund, you know you're investing in your country, and you know what is going to be done with this money, and it will be private sector driven, and it will be also, most importantly, be driven by the diaspora, with government playing a supervisory role. We're not really running the trust fund itself. So we look forward to really positive and exciting times with our diaspora, and the response has been truly really positive.
Yeah.
So it's left for us to ensure that we put together something that really works. So we're working with the professionals in the industry, you know, and expect something really good. That's why Intervention Fund will help us, if we do get it, to be able to intervene in cases that affects the diaspora, rather than waiting, you know, for bureaucracy and a whole lot of this. So the Diaspora Intervention Fund is something that we had been, you know, requested for from Parliament, from the ministry. So with the President's approval, I think it would also go a long way in helping the job of the Diaspora Commission. Look, right on this table now, there are almost about 16 cases that really need government intervention positively. So with that intervention fund, you can deal with these issues without, you know, having to go through unnecessary bureaucracy. A lot of things can be solved. So I'm hoping that if this come together, is really going to be very beneficial to the diaspora community. I mean, you know, they're doing so much already in Nigeria. We have the Diaspora Investment Summit, and you can see how the diaspora have been coming together, investing in healthcare, education, the food business, agriculture, and ICT, education too. And when we say we want to engage with them, these are things that we need to do to encourage them. Other countries have done it, and we can do better than those countries, because we have even, you know, like I said in our book 660, I'm proud to say that no country in the world really can boast the kind of intellect and capacity and resources that Nigerians in the diaspora all over the world have. In Sudan alone, Nigerians make up maybe about half of the population.
Right.
The richest person in Sudan is a Nigerian. And we're not even talking about Africa yet, and it's one of the things we need to do in this year, focus on Nigerians within the continent and how we can work together with them. It's huge what we have, and Mr. President has given us the backing to ensure that we stop paying lip service to the issue of the diaspora, this and that. Of course, some will tell me, oh well, they also should be able to vote. Yes, I agree, and we'll be working on that, but that is not in the power of the President. It's in the power of the National Assembly to make it happen for Nigerians in the diaspora to be able to vote. We are the public hearing, we made presentations, so we'll see what Parliament comes up with. The Senate has stepped it down, so it's not in the Senate consideration. I don't know yet about the House of Representatives, but it's looking like, I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
But we keep at it and hope that the next step will be maybe to be able to get diaspora to be able to vote. Although there are some challenges along the way, there are many reasons being that some are saying, well, for you to be able to vote here, you should be paying your tax. But we also say you should be able to define who a diaspora is. So it's going to come up with a lot of things, but we take one step at a time.
Thank you for the efforts so far. Now, we are all familiar with the story of Mr. Ikena Onweke, a Nigerian in Japan who returned huge sums of money to the authority and earned himself a certificate of integrity and honor. This kind of ethical behavior is instrumental to the visit of the Japanese ambassador at NIDCOM.
I really appreciate the presence of the President Buhari, because maybe this year many Japanese companies paid more attention on Nigeria, and so we would like to have Japan-Nigeria business facilitation the conference maybe sometime soon. And so we have now 47 Japanese companies running business in Nigeria. But also when I came back to Japan to have many meetings with the Japanese business people, the more the Japanese companies are now getting interested in coming to Nigeria. But also when I was in Japan, I felt that my important mission is to be a bridge between the Japanese company, also the Nigerian business people in Japan, also the Nigerian the students studying in Japan. So my mission is always thinking about how we can strengthen the Japan and Nigerian relationship, not only at the level of the government to government, but also the grassroots people. That's why I come here to discuss about how we can do to promote more the grassroots exchange. Another purpose of the visit coming here is we don't have any single the commission or agency to cover diaspora. So Ministry of Foreign Affairs is doing everything. But the main purpose of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is issue visa or the consular affairs management, and also the protection of the Japanese citizen living abroad. But I was so impressed with the role of this commission, to take care more of the diaspora living abroad. And so currently we have only 1.4 million the Japanese national living abroad, but Nigeria more than 10 times more. So I feel the more important for this commission, to take care of the Nigerian diaspora. So I was so impressed with the role of this commission.
I'm also glad that you're telling us good things about Nigerians living in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I always say so that Nigerians are doing great things all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that bad news travels fast. So we're glad that we have a lot of Nigerians in Japan that are doing very well. We have a few that are not doing quite so well, but every country has them.
Right.
So thank you for the visit. And we also hope that, like you said, it's very important, the people-to-people relationship at the grassroots level. The Nigerians living in Japan with the Japanese they're living with, how do we coordinate better and have a better relationship, person to person? There's no issue with government to government, and I think we'll work with you on that. Already we have a very strong union there, and they're doing great things. And we also have great sportsmen in Japan. I met a few of them when we were in Tokyo the last time, and some of them are also now saying, how can they train the younger ones here? And a lot of them are even coming here to see what more they can do and get more of them coming to Japan, but at the same time training those that are here. So thank you very much, Your Excellency. We look forward to working with you and working more with our Nigerians in Japan, and I'm quite impressed with many Nigerians in Japan. Ikena, Naji, and a whole lot of them doing great things, and we're telling them that wherever they are, they're in Japan where there's a whole lot of, it's all about technology. How can they impact into the lives of the younger ones here? And we're glad they're doing that. So thank you very much, Your Excellency, for visiting, and we look forward to also visiting you too very, very soon. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Nigerians in the diaspora remain our global ambassadors. Keep the flag flying. The British Deputy High Commissioner to Nigeria was also at NAIDCOM's office to discuss how best to engage Nigerians in the UK to invest back home.
We've been talking about the reach and the depth of the Nigerian diaspora in the UK, who we and the Minister for Africa know that there are Nigerians at the top of every profession you can think of in the UK. And what we've been discussing is how we can work together to bring representatives of this community together to better understand the relationship between our two countries, how our two governments work together, and also to harness their shared potential for the betterment of Nigeria. And we've had a great discussion.
What we are trying to do is ensure that you talk about potentials, harness these resources. So what can they also do back in their own country? So working with you to have better engagements with them, I think we're going on, but to be a win-win situation both for the UK and Nigeria, because we're talking about human capital development. We're talking about the diaspora, our diaspora, who are doing great things all over the world, including the UK. So we look forward to that partnership with you and working on further engagement with the diaspora. I think that's quite exciting. And because we have a lot of them doing great things, that's one of the reasons we came up with our publication, plus 600, which I'm going to present to you now. And we have quite a lot of British Nigerians that have really excelled. We are so proud of Nigerians wherever they find themselves. So we'll give you a copy. Hope you'll enjoy them. Yeah. And the next edition, we're already working on that.
A prime example is how many British Nigerians we have in Parliament and in ministerial posts. It just shows the strength and depth of the relationship. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma, for always promoting Diaspora Direct Investment. Now let's join Boy Alinko for some messages.
Not so fast. Look, I'm tired. I want to check out of this country for greener pastures.
Just calm down for a moment. Please sit down. Do you have a job where you're going to?
No, but someone is arranging,
Listen, Alinko. Checking out of this country without proper planning means one thing. Unimaginable begin. You know, I've been in the diaspora, but legitimately doing great things at home and abroad. As I've been saying, without the proper footing abroad, the risk is not worth it. Listen, Alinko, it's better to be home than be trapped abroad, or even end up in prison.
Welcome back. Mr. Festus Bisogu is a Nigerian diasporan living in China. He heeded the call by the federal government to invest back home and give back to his community.
President Muhammadu Buhari has 3-point agenda for the diaspora. 1. Be a good ambassador of your country, Nigeria, wherever you are, for diasporans. 2. Excel in whatever you are doing outside the shores of your country. And 3. Never to forget home. That is giving back to your community. So, Festus, let me ask you, how well are you heeding to the call of the president?
I yielded to that very call after my interface with them in Guangzhou, China. I yielded to that very call and I set up my manufacturing outfit as a result of that very interface I had with the Nigerian government in Guangzhou, China. And since the establishment of this Diaspora Commission headed by Honorable Abike Dabiri, in fact, I have doubled my investments in Nigeria. Reason because we now have confidence. We now know some of the fears we have before about establishing repatriating our fund back home. Now we now have a point, a center where we collect information. And since then, which the Honorable Abike Dabiri have visited my factory and confirmed that under her leadership, much have taken place in that very factory.
What else have you got to tell us as an investor to the Nigerian economy?
Our fear before is as a result of lack of steady power supply. And we are very happy that the present administration is working so hard on it. And with this now, most of us are repatriating our fund back home. As an investor, you don't need anybody to tell you, because 80% of what we use in this country is from China. And we that are there in China or outside the country are not happy about this. And we have discussed with my colleagues, and some of them are repatriating their fund back home already because of the opportunity we have here in our country.
Right. Now we say that you should give back. You have established a factory in Nigeria. How many people have you created jobs for this investment?
Well, giving back, as for the past maybe 12 years ago, I set up a foundation known as Ozotes Charity Foundation. Through this very foundation, we are reaching out to our various communities, starting from my own community. Through my foundation, we have been able to sunk close to 40 boreholes to different communities. And we have also built a health center. We built a quip and we donated to the community. And through this foundation, so many of our kids in various communities are on our payroll. So this is what I know I have contributed in giving back. Not only I repatriated my phone back home, but I will also engage in reaching out. Even where I cited this, my factory in Imo State in Owerri, the communities there have benefited borehole as well. We also build Shanghai bus stop. These are the things that the foundation is doing. And not only that, in the same community, I brought lights to some of the communities because that community don't have electricity before. Because of the establishment of my factory in that community, they now have lights. So these are the things that I know that God have used my foundation and the company to do. Thank you for coming to the show.
It will be nice talking with you.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Again and again and again.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's my pleasure. Thank you. All right.
Good to always think home. Now over to our diaspora of the moment.
Our diaspora of the moment is Colonel Amanda Azuibike. Colonel Amanda is a Nigerian American from the southeastern part of Nigeria. She is currently the highest ranking Nigerian female in the U.S. military. Amanda, who is currently the Chief Public Affairs and spokeswoman for the U.S. Southern Command, is debuted for her exceptional traits of brilliance and strength in the discharge of her duties. She has served as a public affairs professional with more than 15 years of experience leading strategic communications planning, execution, media relations, crisis communication, internal and external stakeholders relations, and international affairs. She supports the commander's communication objectives and public efforts through traditional and social media. As she prepares and conducts media engagements, communication strategies for the command's current and future operations. She is responsible for planning, developing, monitoring, and executing public affairs, outreach, and communication programs to build and maintain public trust and support for the U.S. Southern Command. With Amanda's exalted position, she is also responsible for collaborating and synchronizing with communicators at all levels of DoD, the interagency, and the U.S. embassies in the region. She provides guidance to subordinate commands and maintains oversight of public affairs, manning, training, and logistics. Congratulations, Colonel Amanda. We celebrate you as our diaspora of the moment.
Thank you for staying all through the program. We hope it's been worth your while. And in case you have anything to share with us, please not hesitate to do so as we expect feedback on our show. Remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, on Instagram at NIDCOM_gov, on our YouTube page at NIDCOM_gov, and on our website at www.nidcom.gov.ng. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network and NTA International on Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. on NTA International on Friday at 3:30 a.m., on NTA International on Saturday at 11 a.m. and on NTA News 24 on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. You can also join us on WAP TV on Thursdays at 9 a.m. and on WTV on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 a.m. And you can join us on Ben TV London at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. I remain your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. See you next time.